Back with another tag. Woohoo!
Tuesday.
Tag Tuesday. All right, so this one was created by Fiber Artsy Reads, and I saw it on Micah Cummins' channel. So this is why I haven't read these books yet.
Oh, but what if we've read some of these books?
No, there's not set books. It's by genre. You name a book you haven't read in that genre and why you haven't.
Oh, this seems like dose levels.
All right.
Muy complicato.
So the first one is classic. Do you have one off the top of your head you know?
Sure.
Okay.
I haven't read War and Peace yet because it's long as hell. I'm going to read it, I think, but I haven't read it yet because it's like 1,600 pages, and I don't know when I have 2 years to dedicate to this book.
I would say, for me, I haven't read Count of Monte Cristo, and I really want to, but it's also very long.
No, it's like 450. That's not that long.
No, it's not. It's like 800 and something pages.
I have the book. It's like...
Oh, well, whatever. It looks long, but I haven't read it, and I'm going to try to read it this year. We'll see. Maybe. All right. So the next one is anything in fiction you haven't read that you want to read and why you haven't read it yet.
I have to want to read it?
Well, you don't have to. Just pick a book that's popular that's off the top of your head.
I Sing the Body Electric by Ray Bradbury.
Why haven't you read it?
Because I just got it finally. I took it out from the library like 20 years ago, and then didn't get to read it and returned it. And then since then, just have never owned it or picked it up. And then I just got it for a present finally. And I was like, oh, I'm going to read this now.
Oh, all right then. I would say for me, what's a fiction book that I really want to read? I'm going to pick...
Is Your Mama a Llama?
No. I'm going to pick... I'm not doing so good. This is fun to listen to us go,
Yeah, great video making here. Well, what if I just say words?
Poisonwood Bible. I've had it forever,
Ooh.
and I haven't read it. I hear it's really good. I'm not super interested in it,
Heard it makes you itchy.
so that's why I haven't read it.
Great.
But I also hear it's really good, and I probably will like it, but I just haven't been motivated to read it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a nonfiction you haven't read, and why?
I don't really read nonfiction books too many times. So
That book about the Shogun things or whatever I bought you.
That's not nonfiction.
I thought it was a bio about
No,
it. Oh.
it's based on real stuff. It isn't real.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't really read nonfiction too often. So think of a popular nonfiction book. I haven't read it, even though it's interesting, just because I don't
How
generally
about
read
that
nonfiction.
book I bought you, it's the 1776?
Oh, yeah. I'll read that eventually. So I really liked American Revolution. In particular, I like Benedict Arnold books. Misunderstood American Hero. But anyway, I just haven't got to it because I've read like 4 or 5 of them, so I guess I read some nonfiction books. And so I just haven't got to this one yet because it's probably similar to the other fistful I've read, but I still will read it because I like them.
I haven't read The Wager, which I really, really want to read.
Bet?
But because it hasn't been available from the library yet, and I'm on a book buying ban.
Yeah,
So that's
she
why.
has too many books.
I do.
Not allowed to buy any of that.
Genre fiction book you haven't read. It's going to be horror, sci-fi, romance, fantasy.
I guess. I don't know. What's some dumb...
Wheel of Time.
Oh, yeah. Wheel of Time. That's a pretty popular fantasy series. I started reading it like 30 pages, which isn't fair because 30 pages out of like a 50,000 page like series. But I really hated the first 30 pages, and so I stopped reading it, and I don't expect to go back because I really did not like the beginning.
I have yet to finish Lord of the Rings. I've read The Fellowship of the Ring and the first, 40% of Two Towers, but I haven't finished it because it's painful. But I have to finish it this year because Sir John gave it to me.
It's a good book.
So
Good
I'll
time.
finish it. I don't really like how it's written.
It's great.
All right, and let's see what's next. A book you have owned forever and haven't read.
Oh, I got one. Faux show.
Okay.
Mists of Avalon is
yeah.
a huge book. It's like a feminist retelling of Arthurian legends. And I was really excited to read it when it came out. And then it's just so massive and so densely written that I'm like, oh, I'll read this later. And I've been saying that for 30 years. So will I ever read it? I don't know. I would like to, but it's such a chore.
Similar is Jonathan Strange and Mr.
Oh, hey, I
Norrell.
read that.
We've had that for since it came out. We bought it new.
I finally read it.
He finally read it, so he gave it to me for this year for my reading. So I will read it in 2024. But I haven't read it because it's long and intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Those are some books. Bye.
How's that?
Yeah.
Well, boop.